YouTube, Ben here. So, as you may know, I've done these types of videos in the past. What I'm going to do today is show you how to install macOS Sierra onto VMware on Windows 10. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go into your BIOS and turn on virtualization. This is the most important thing because otherwise it won't work and you'll get all sorts of different errors. It's pretty easy to do. It's normally in the advanced part of your BIOS, and then it's usually called Intel Virtualization Technology. AMD has a similar version, but from my experience, it hasn't worked as well. So, sorry, AMD people, this might not work for you. So that's all you really have to do in the BIOS to get this to work. Just reboot. And I do fast forward a bunch of this, so you're seeing everything I've done from start to finish. Most of it is fast forwarded though, so like this boot is obviously. And then once you've done that, you want to go over to the link in the description. It'll bring you to my company website, which will reroute you to this. And then you just want to download this, and what it comes with is the operating system and the tools to get it to work. And then you need obviously VMware, and I use VMware Player because it's free. If you have a different version of VMware, you will probably be able to use that. So it shouldn't matter which version, as long as the patch will work, which from what I found, I've been using the old patch for quite a while. I just now had to use the new one, which I did supply to you. So the current version is 12.5. This will, once again, probably work for future versions. Let's just wait for that to download. And I will have a BitTorrent in case the Google Drive doesn't download. I know sometimes it says network error even if you have a super stable internet connection like I do. That's fine. The torrent will work also. I'll have a computer running for at least a week and hopefully people will start seeding it for me so I don't have to. The installation process for VMware is really simple. It's like click next, 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 accept, finish. It doesn't install any other bloatware, so you don't have to worry about that. And now we just gotta wait for the macOS to download. There we go. And then you'll need WinRAR to extract this. I'll also put a link in the description. The installation, once again, is just next, 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 next. It's super simple. Defaults will work just fine. That was sped up. That took about 2 minutes for me, and I'm on an i7, so your mileage may vary. Okay, now what I'm doing is patching VMware so it'll allow us to run Mac OS on VMware, because by default it doesn't allow that. That blank screen was just the security notification asking, do you want to allow this program to make changes to your PC? Just click yes. Okay, and then what you want to do is rearrange everything, make it less confusing to you. That's what I was doing. I don't know why it took me so long, but anyway, then you're going to want to open up the only file that you can, which is that one. I decided last minute again that I was going to move stuff around. I don't know why, but whatever. Just make sure you don't press delete off disk, otherwise you'll have to re-extract that. Okay, I think I figured everything out. I am running it on an SSD, so it'll be a little faster, but quite frankly, it's not much faster. The boot time is maybe 15 or 20 seconds faster. So if that's available to you, I recommend using the SSD. But a hard drive will work just fine. Another thing I want to warn you about is I have the number of processors set to 4. If you only have a dual core, you would want to change that to 2. I was going to set it to 8, but I know most people don't have 8 cores. I don't know if it counts actual cores or hyper-threaded cores, so I'm just going to leave it at 4. This command that you see, the smc version equals 0, you shouldn't have to do anything with that. I should have done it for you, but just in case, if you get errors when you launch it, that's easy to fix. You just right-click that file and then press open with Notepad and then paste it at the very bottom. Obviously, it'll rearrange itself, but since I already pasted it, I just erased it. Yeah, see? So get rid of that. Make sure to save it. Otherwise, obviously, it's not going to work. Okay, and then you're going to want to press play virtual machine and press I copied it. It shouldn't matter if you pressed I moved it, but it recommends you just press I copy it, so whatever. This is sped up just for your information. That bar probably took 2 or 3 minutes to load. And then setup is normal Mac setup. What country you live in, what keyboard you want, backing up, location, all that. Login, Apple ID. Accept, create your account. Your password, that's not my password, by the way, I changed it at the end. And then your time zone, it didn't adjust for daylight savings or whatnot, so time is still wrong. But quite frankly, I don't care. And then what you're gonna want to do is go to settings and find the ISO file with your Mac tools, or the VMware tools, I mean. And that's also in the zip file that I gave you right there. You're going to want to open that, press OK, and then connect to your removable disk, and it'll show up in a minute. And then that drive right above it says by tech reviewers or whatever. He did have the file to begin with, so props to that person for getting it to me. He had a tutorial online, a written one, but it was quite a bit more difficult. So what I did was I took his tutorial and I simplified it down so you just have to press open, like I just showed you. Took 2 minutes. And then another thing you're going to want to do is, well, that's your choice, but you can change the name of the disk if you don't want to look at his name. It honestly doesn't matter though, it's not going to affect performance or anything, obviously. Then restart it. Once again, it's sped up. This took a lot longer than the few seconds you're seeing now. A real Mac would start up that fast, but you're not going to get anywhere near the performance of a real Mac, especially when you can't pass through graphics. I haven't figured that out. I know it's possible, but it's hard. It's hard to do. Okay, log in again, and then you'll still be at that crap resolution. So what you're going to want to do is open up, well, not that. Open up your terminal, and then what you're going to want to type in is that command I gave you in the text document, once again in that zip file. And then what this does is it changes your resolution. I have it set to 1080p because that's like the most popular resolution right now, but if you have a different resolution, you can try it. Just put in the, replace the 1920 space 1080 by, replace that with whatever your resolution is. It's default at 720p, so if you're running a 720p monitor, then you shouldn't have to change anything. One last thing is it defaults with the firewall off, and so you're going to want to turn that on just for the VMware's security safety precautions. I don't know why that's defaulted off, but Windows should cover you there, but just in case. And then here I changed my password, so it's not actually what you saw earlier. So if you have any questions, leave a comment and I will try to get back to you pretty quickly. Okay, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. See ya.